Okay, so today let me show you how you can use a College Board's Educator Question Bank to start practicing math problems for your digital SAT. So just head over to this link. I'll go ahead and include this link in the post. Don't worry. And then once you have this, just choose the assessment you're practicing for. So if it's the PSAT, then go ahead and select either of these two. Or if it's the SAT, then go ahead and select SAT. And then you'll have the option to select which domain. So we have reading and writing here, and then let's go ahead and select math. The good thing about this question bank feature is that you could select domains. So meaning you can either select everything or just focus on one. So let's choose geometry. Let's say today you want a targeted practice on geometry problems. So let's go ahead and select that. And then you'll see a long list of all problems related to geometry and trigonometry. The good thing about this is you can just select all these questions here. And then let me show you. If you click this, then you see that you have selected 4 questions, and then click export so that you have a PDF for your worksheet. So select as many as you want, and then click export to have a PDF copy. You can even print that out so that you can practice while you're not on the screen, or you can also solve on the screen. It's up to you. So that's about it for this question bank. And then let's try solving a problem involving circles. I've pre-selected one. We have question ID 226694. So let's go ahead and solve this problem. What's being asked here is the coordinates of the circle center. So we have an equation of the circle here, not in standard form. So the goal is to rewrite it in standard form so we can immediately spot the 7. And there's also another way to do this using Desmos. So for Desmos, whenever you're practicing, make sure you're using this version. I'll also include the link of this Desmos version so that you're using the one that will be available during the SAT. Okay, let's go ahead and refresh the topics that we need. Number 1, equation of the circle. So just keep in mind that the equation of the circle is just equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared, where HK represent the center of the circle. So the goal is just to rewrite our equation into this form. And for us to do that, always remember your perfect square trinomial. A plus b squared is just equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So those are the 2 fundamental concepts that you'll need to solve this problem manually. So let me just stop sharing my screen quickly so that we could head over to the whiteboard that I prepared for this problem. There we go. It's just loading. Let's give it some time. Okay, and then let's start solving this manually first. I hope there's a pink. Okay, there is a pink color pen. Okay, so we have x squared plus 20x plus y squared plus 16y is equal to negative 20. So again, our goal is to have a perfect square trinomial so that we end up with something of this form, right? Because this one is similar to the forms that we need. So let's group all the terms with x and all the terms with y together, and then allot one space here for that missing constant so that these two become perfect square trinomials. Okay. And then, of course, we have is equal to negative 20. Okay, remember, we know that for us to expand this binomial here, we square the first term, square the last term, and then multiply the 2, and then double that product to get the middle term. Now, what if you want to reverse this because we don't know the last term? So let's just reverse the process. Divide the middle term by 2. So follow with me as I find the middle term here. So divide the middle term by 2. So that's 10. And then reverse square this. So meaning the last term would be 100, right? And then do the same for this. Divide the middle term by 2, we have 8, and then square this, we get 64. So meaning our perfect square trinomial is just x squared plus 20x plus 100, and then this one is y squared plus 16y plus 64. Keep in mind, we want to balance out equations, so whatever you added here, you have to make sure you add on the other side as well. So let's rewrite this as in the binomial form that we have, right? So we have x, and then we have 10 squared plus y plus, use this one, 8 squared. And then, of course, simplify this, that's 144. It's just telling us that the radius is actually equal to 12, right? And then let's go back to our equation. We want minus in the middle, so let's go ahead and rewrite that. I'm only doing this to show you why the final center is negative 10, 8. But you can skip this step if you're already used to it, right? Okay, so let's focus on this part here. So everything is already in the form that we want. So let's inspect the constants. So this tells us that the center HK is just equal to negative 10 and negative 8. And it is part, and I double checked the correct answer is. Okay, so let me close the whiteboard now, and I'll show you how to spot check this using Desmos as well. So if you did this manually and you just want to double check your work, we can do that on Desmos. So I'll just close the window so I could share my screen again. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, sharing my screen for Desmos. Again, you have to make sure that you're using the Desmos version that has been approved by College Board. Don't worry, the link will be there. And then we have this circle now. So all you have to do is to plug in this equation I already did before. So just type in x squared plus 20x plus y squared plus 16y is equal to negative 20. You don't even have to rewrite it. And you have this circle. Okay, Desmos doesn't immediately give you the center of the circle, but what you can do is check, right? You have negative 10 for here. Keep that in mind. So I'll plot that just so that it doesn't go away. Okay, negative 10 for, and then the other end of the circle is what? Negative 10, 20. Okay, sorry about. Okay, so if you have a circle, if you connect these two lines here, that is actually the diameter of the circle, right? So meaning whatever the midpoint of these two, that's the center. So we're sure it's somewhere here at negative 10. So all you have to do is to get the average of the 2 points. And you have negative 20 plus 4, that's negative 16. Divided by 2, that is negative 8. So that's negative 10, negative 8, right? So let me just copy this equation here, and then let's go back to the board so we could further discuss what happened. So all you have to do again is to find the end points, know that it's a diameter, and then find the midpoint. Let's go back to the whiteboard, existing whiteboards, open board. Okay, and then let me just paste the circle so I could just write a little bit more on it, but basically we already got the center, right? Okay, let me just paste this one here. Okay, there we go. Let's move to this side. Okay, perfect. Okay, so again, once you have the 2 points, all you have to do is to eyeball and double check where the center is, and it makes sense. Because if you connect this two, you end up with a diameter of the circle. And let's connect. Why don't we connect? Okay, I'm not good at drawing lines, so bear with my... Okay, let's do it. right? This should be your diameter. So meaning anywhere in the middle would be the center of it. And for you to find the center, we know it's a long -10, so we're good. And then for you to find the y coordinate, just find, remember the midpoint formula, just find the average, or it makes sense, right? Somewhere in the middle of 4 and -20, that will be 4 plus -20 divided by 2, and that gives you -8. So there are a lot of ways to solve this problem, but at least with Desmos, you can really double check your work if you're in doubt. So hopefully this helps you work out problems involving circles. Don't worry, I'll link the two websites. One, the question bank, if you want to solve more circle problems and other SAT math problems. And two, the College Board SAT Desmos tool. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions on using Desmos or solving any problems, feel free to comment them down below. Best of luck in your prep. Bye-bye.